Grab your paper and your ball pen and let's try to determine the number that must be added to make each of the following a perfect square trinomial. For the first item, we have x squared plus 6x plus blank. In completing the square, we are going to get the middle term and divide it by 2. Now here we have 6 for the first item, divided by 2 we have 3, and then the answer, which is 3, will be squared. So we have 3 squared, that is equal to 9. In other words, the number that must be added for the first item is 9. Now for the second item, we have y squared plus 20y plus blank. So the middle term is 20, and again divided by 2 first, so that is just 10. 10 squared is just 100. To make a perfect square trinomial for the second item, we have to add it by 100. Next, for number 3. The middle term this time is 24. Divided by 2, we have 12. And then squared, we have 144. In other words, the number that must be added to make number 3, or the third item, a perfect square trinomial, is 144. Now that we have 3 perfect square trinomials, we can easily factor this out to have a square of a binomial. So for the first item, remember that to factor this one out, we will just find the square root of the first term and the last term, and then follow the sign of the middle term. So for the first item, the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 9 is 3. So the factor of x squared plus 6x plus 9 is just x plus 3 squared. For number 2, we have y squared plus 20y plus 100. So the square root of y squared is y, and the square root of 100 is 10. So getting the sign of the middle term, which is positive, we have the factor as y plus 10 squared. Now for the third item, we have x squared minus 24x plus 144. So the square root of x squared is x, and then the square root of 144 is 12. The middle term this time is a minus, so you're going to follow that one. Thus our factor would be x minus 12 raised to the power of 2.